John D. Rockefeller of West Virginia.
Thank you, Mark, very much. It's great to be here. Just looking around at the surroundings, this is very much like Sharon's in my dining room at home. When my scheduler first told me that I'd been invited to a Pat Buchanan salute, I was a little taken aback. I thought to myself, I don't need this. I'm a Rockefeller. How big a check do I have to write to get out of this? But then when I found that it was a roast and that I'd have 3 minutes to take my best shot at Pat Buchanan, who I've virtually never met, then I said, how big a check do I have to write in order to get 5 minutes? And I can assure you, my checks don't bounce. No offense, Newt. It's actually very hard to put Pat Buchanan down. When you think about it, how many people get through both the Reagan administration and the Nixon administration without a conviction, without an indictment, without a special prosecutor. But I'm drawn to Pat Buchanan. He has a very compelling history, brought up in a working class family, educated in Catholic schools, rising through the force of his character and the strength of his intellect to a position of influence within the conservative movement. He's been harassing us now for all these years, and I myself thought about him for the U.S. Supreme Court. But what I like about Pat, and what I respect about Pat, is that we both did it the same way. I see it as basically a choice that one has to make. You can do it Pat's way. You work hard, you study, you go to the schools, you defend yourself on the streets, you're smart, you begin to earn money, and you make it. I had that choice. But I thought about it very carefully. My father was a cautious man, and I decided it would be the better course to inherit it. And quite honestly, I've never really regretted that. You know, this McLaughlin group, custom assembled to turn Pat into a star. McLaughlin makes him look modest. Barnes makes him look moderate. Kondracki makes him look charismatic. And German makes him, well, you know that. I enjoyed the movie, the first one, that is. They showed the kid was spina bifida, and in the early part of that, they had a little section there with this kid playing with blocks. Pat Buchanan and I both had that experience together. His were like the ones you saw in the movie, little round square blocks, colored ABC. Mine tended to be called 48th Street, 49th Street, 5th Avenue. Well, they talked about Pat running for president, and if he did that, I would be very supportive. But he'd have to shake a label that gets assigned to people like Pat who run for the presidency, and that is that he's a tool of the rich. I personally like that very much. My father told me that's the way the system is meant to work. You know, I think Pat's coming quickly. Soon, I think he's going to be in a position for the Trilateral Commission. And if he shows promise beyond that, there's Bilderberg. World control, Pat. Settle for nothing else. By the way, Pat, do you bank at Chase Manhattan? Ladies and gentlemen, on the Children's Commission, we worked hard on children, and I cannot tell you how proud I am to be associated with a group raising money to try and find the cure for spina bifida. I really am honored to have been here. Not a very politically correct crowd, but I'm very honored. I just ask you, please never refer to me as a point of light.